Breaking news. You are watching the moment that Collier County businessman and conservative political activist Alfie Oakes arrived at his North Naples home today as federal agents were executing a search warrant inside. Agents who investigate financial crimes were also at his packing plant at his farm in Immokalee. Oakes is a political influencer. He employs thousands of people in Collier County.
We've got our NBC2 crews spread out across Collier County at his packing plant in Immokalee, his business Seed to Table Market. But NBC2's Alexa Velez is outside of Oakes' home in a gated North Naples community, and she's been there for hours after we got a tip about the raid. Alexa, you've seen troopers, agents with the Department of Defense and the IRS there, along with several other unmarked vehicles.
That's right, Kelly. And right now we are still outside of Oakes' home here in the Villages of Monterey community in North Naples. And as you can see, all of law enforcement is gone. But Oakes left moments ago, and this was his only comment.
Go Trump. Fight, fight, fight.
This morning and afternoon. We know the IRS was here. They were going in and out of his home throughout the garage, carrying boxes, and we actually saw a man wearing an IRS shirt carry out a computer. I talked to one neighbor who knows Oakes and knows what happened. So
right around the corner over here, we just heard "open the door," and that's all I really heard. Yeah. I don't think they kicked the door in. I think his wife I heard let him in.
Yeah, they had the.
Yeah, they had the thing out. They were fixing to bust the door in, and they didn't end up doing it. I can see that his door is not damaged.
We're still waiting to hear more from the Department of Law Enforcement to find out exactly what's going on, as well as the IRS. And as soon as we have more updates, we'll be sure to let you know. But for now, outside of Oakes' home, I'm Alexa Velez, NBC2.
Continuing our live team coverage now at Oakes Farms in Immokalee. NBC2's Ryan Arbogast has seen unmarked law enforcement vehicles there all day. Ryan?
Yeah, that's right. We're outside of the Oakes Farms packaging facility here on New Haven Road in Immokalee, which is right around the corner from the Immokalee Regional Airport. Now, truck drivers that were in this area tell us about 9:30 today, as they were loading up their trucks full of produce here, they were removed from the property by law enforcement without anyone telling us why. And after about a half an hour, right now about 4 o'clock, 4:15 or so while we've been here, we started to see that scene clear. Over my shoulder where the entrance is here at the Oakes Farms facility, there was an unmarked police car with law enforcement in shirts labeled DCIS. That's the Defense Criminal Investigative Service, aka the strong arm for the Department of the General. Now, as we're going through this is all about financial crimes, and it's hard to see from the entrance here, so let's take you above into the air so you can see exactly what it looks like there. Also seeing large amounts of white and black unmarked cars and those DCIS, aka Office of the Inspector General, unmarked vehicles with people going into this facility. We have not seen anyone taken out of this area in Immokalee, and again, the scene is now clear. Once we learn why the investigation was occurring and what they were looking for, we'll make sure to let you know. For now, reporting live and local in Immokalee, Ryan Arbogast, NBC2.
All right, Ryan, thank you. So we've confirmed that the IRS, the U.S. Department of Defense Office of the Inspector General, raided Oakes properties today along with other agents. We checked with the FBI. They tell us they are not part of this investigation. Oakes owns stores, packing houses, and growing fields, but his flagship is the destination Seed to Table Market, and NBC2 chief political correspondent Dave Elias is there.
Well, Kelly, this news that is centering on Alfie Oakes now starting to spread just as we have been here now throughout the afternoon. People have been driving by as they walk into Seed to Table yelling, "Go Alfie." So again, really not clear exactly what is happening, but people here showing their support. And as you can see, it is business as usual here at this popular restaurant and grocery store. Now, I did place a personal phone call to Alfie Oakes. and it went straight to voicemail. I have left him messages asking for some kind of comment about what is going on at both his home and his packaging plant. We have been here throughout the afternoon, and we have seen no signs of law enforcement here at the restaurant/grocery store. But however, aside from the grocery store, he is known for much more, and as we have been saying, very active politically. He is the former state committeeman here in Collier County. You may remember earlier this year, he was considered unqualified to run for that seat again after he turned in his paperwork late. Now, despite that, he has still been very active in politics. Just on Tuesday night, there was a big watch party here at Seed to Table that was well attended. Again, this news coming as a surprise and a shock to many who are wondering exactly what is going on. I have called many of my Republican sources here in Collier County. All of them say they didn't know anything until I placed a call to them. We, of course, will continue to work our sources, keep a close eye here on the grocery store. Outside of Seed to Table in Naples, Dave Elias, NBC2.